everyone, so in today's video I thought I would do a how to prepare for sorority big little week, because I think the time to start preparing is now, like as soon as possible. If you guys are going to be bigs and have your sorority big little in the fall and all that, like preparing as soon as you can is going to be so beneficial to you in the long run. So I thought I would make this video now to get you guys to start preparing for sorority big little week, because it can get pretty expensive, but if you start early and start planning for it ahead of time, it'll make the big little week so much more less stressful than it will be for the rest of the people, you know, because it is a lot. And you guys really liked my sorority big little video that I did in October, so I'll link it up here so you guys can check that one out if you guys haven't seen it. And this video is also in partnership with Greek Gear, so thank you Greek Gear for working with me on this video. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. So right now when I'm filming this, we are in the end of May, and if you guys are still in school, I would highly recommend any of you guys to now start talking to older girls and ask them if they have any extra shirts and things that they'd be willing to give you, so that way you can give those to your little, because I know this is like a huge thing when the week comes and people are like, I don't have enough shirts for my little. But if you start getting those now and start talking to older girls and asking if they will give you some of theirs, that they will be more than happy to, especially the seniors, because you know they're going to be leaving, so they don't need any of that stuff, and they are really excited to get rid of all of their sorority stuff. So definitely start talking to like the seniors and stuff. I know like at my school, and I think a lot of other schools do this too, they'll have like senior wills, so that's when all the seniors go and will just give away any of their old sorority stuff. And that's how I got so many of my shirts. I went to the senior will thing when I was a freshman, and I got so many shirts and a lot of really good stuff that my littles love now. So I would definitely hit up any of the seniors and ask them if they'd be willing to give you any of their sorority stuff, since they're not going to be needing it anymore. And also, since big little week could get pretty expensive once the time comes, and thinking about buying all that stuff at once could be really overwhelming, I would start getting this stuff now. So I really like Greek Gear because they have a ton of different sorority and big little related items that are perfect for you guys, and also have specific items geared to your sorority and all that type of stuff. So I have some stuff that they sent me that I want to share with you guys, just so you guys can get an idea of what type of things that they have on their site. My little is going to be so excited because I'm going to give like all this stuff to her for her little. So here's like this little cup that they have that says like little sis. This is like super cute and a perfect gift. And then a gold sparkly tumbler that says like big sis. Little gifts like this are super cute. I think frames are a good one too. So even this frame that if you guys like have taken a picture together, or even like on big little reveal day, if you guys take a picture, you guys can get like a little frame and she can like put a picture of you guys in it. Like that's super cute, and it's pretty like general with white and gold. White and gold like matches with so many different like styles and things. Even like notepads are super cute. It says Alpha Phi and like big little cups and stuff, so that's so cute. And then different like Alpha Phi pins. This is like my sorority, but things like that. And I loved feeling like cups and with full of pins when I gifted them to my littles, so I think that's like a cute thing to do. So I would start looking and browsing around for like actual items now, so that way when the time comes it's not really expensive and you can slowly start buying the things now. Majority of this stuff is like passed down, but it is nice to get like a couple of like newer things. So I definitely recommend checking out Greek Gear, and I'll link them down below so you guys can go ahead and do that. Now for the baskets, and this is like one of the most expensive things, and this really gets really pricey. So if your big got you any of the baskets from your freshman year or when you were little, be sure you guys keep all of those baskets, because that's like the most expensive thing. So if you guys already have them, then you're golden, and it's gonna be super easy when you have to start making your baskets for your little. So make sure you keep all those. But if you ended up throwing them out, or like they're not good enough to use anymore, I would recommend getting your baskets from like Marshall's, Home Goods, Burlington, Ross, any of those type of stores. They're pretty like cheap there rather than going to like other places to get your baskets. So I would definitely recommend checking out those stores. And I recommend also getting like either the wired baskets or the wooden baskets. Those ones are perfect. And also with Big Little Week, in general, it kind of starts off like small, and then like as the week goes on you get like bigger and better gifts, and I would definitely recommend you guys stick to that. So start off small and then kind of work your way up with bigger baskets and better quality items. And to fill your baskets, you want to make sure that you are filling it so it kind of does look a lot more full. It kind of just makes it look better in general. So like either you can use like shredder paper, or I used so many shirts because I had a ton of them. So I used like shirts to put like on the bottom. I just rolled them up and put them on the bottom, and that used that as like a filler. And even like blankets, and you can find like pretty inexpensive ones at like Walmart and stuff for like around $10. So that's a really good filler too. But if you want to use shredder paper, you guys can find that at like Dollar Tree, and probably use like a couple for a basket. So that's another really inexpensive way to like fill the basket. Another thing you're probably going to want to fill with your basket is snacks. So snacks are like great because who doesn't love snacks? Our sorority like sent out a survey to all the littles and asked them what their favorite snacks and candy were. So I just pretty much got like whatever their favorite candy and snacks were, and then used that. Mostly fill for the first day. That's like pretty much all I did, was give them candy and snacks. And as the week went on, I kind of threw in other like drinks and stuff, just so it like was like cute and they had an extra little snack, whatever they liked and stuff. So that's another thing. And even like baked goods, so getting like some brownies or cookies, like those were really good too from other stores. And if you guys are gonna get candy, make sure you guys get them from like the Dollar Tree, because it's so much cheaper than going and get it from like Target or like CVS or other stores like that. It's pricier than just $1. So definitely get your candy and snacks from like the Dollar Tree. Another great way to fill your baskets is with art and canvases, and this was super intimidating for me because I'm the least like crafty artsy person ever. So I was pretty stressed out about like this type of like themed day, but it's a great way to fill your basket, and they love it because especially your littles, since they're just got into the sorority, they want to decorate their dorm with their letters and all that type of stuff. So there are definitely ways around that if you're not artsy. So my number one tip to make your canvases is by tracing. So what I did was like just buy a canvas, and then I found letters for like whatever font, and I kind of like created it like on a Word doc or whatever, and then printed out the letters and cut them out and traced it, and then just filled it in with Sharpie, and then that looked pretty decent in my opinion, and I was pretty impressed with what I was able to do with that, and that was just tracing. So that's another way you guys can make your canvas look nicer if you're not really artsy and stuff like that. And another thing for like filling them with crafts, or those letter boards, like those are super popular and they look so cute. So I like found some on Amazon for like 10 bucks. If I can find any of the stuff I used, I'll link it down below so you guys can check it out. But I found like them for $10, and they're just like cute little squares, and I used that to say like their name, and it also worked as like something they could hang up in their room if they want to put like their sorority on it or whatever they want. So that was a cute like idea, and I really liked that. Even like the light up names is another great option, and you can find some like that for like $10 or $20 too. So that is another thing. And one of my favorite things that I did was you can actually just buy the letters at like Michael's or whatever, or Hobby Lobby, and then buy like a piece of mirror, and then just break it and shatter it, and then hot glue gun the mirror pieces onto the letters, and that looks so good. I did that for my little, and it was great because I didn't have to do anything really that creative, but it still looked so good, and she loves those. So I would definitely recommend doing that because it looks really nice, and that's pretty good general thing that you can do like early on because it's a mirror, and that will pretty much go with anyone's style or like their room theme, because I know that could be hard if you want to get started on all of your arts like before you even know who your little is. And if you are someone who's pretty artsy and gets excited about doing all this creative stuff, then there's a ton of stuff on Pinterest that gives you guys like a ton of ideas, and I would definitely check that out and just like type in big little canvases or whatever, and there'll be so many different options for you guys to get kind of inspiration of what to make for your little. So I'll definitely check that out as well. And to make it more personalized, I made sure I like wrote notes in their baskets and put them in every single day, and that just makes your little feel really special and makes them more excited for the week, and like lets them know that you're just as excited to reveal that it's you as they are to like kind of meet you and see who you are and stuff like that. So I would definitely recommend that because it's just like the littlest amount of effort really makes your little feel special. So I would recommend doing that as well. You could even like add puns and like put little things like I love you a latte, like things like that if you get them like the little Starbucks drinks and stuff like that. Like it just like shows that you put effort in. And for like last minute fillers, you guys can add like mugs, face masks. I did those are great ones. Scrunchies, notepads, and like socks, like things like that they'll actually like use, but are great fillers. So that's something I would recommend. And more tips that I have is just to start out with a theme that you want to go with for each of your basket. Well, in general, like our sorority kind of gives us a guideline of like a theme that they want us to do for each day, but I kind of like honed in on a more specific theme for like one of the days. Like it was like University of Arizona Survival Day, and I kind of thought about it more of like a game day. So I like loaded a ton of their stuff with a ton of game day stuff, like glasses, skirts, a lot of U of A apparel, and things like that. So just having a theme kind of makes it a lot easier when you're trying to like figure out what you want to get them and what will match and all that type of stuff. Because even if you color coordinate, that'll make it look super nice too. I guess I kind of color coordinated that day, but if you guys can do that for all the baskets, like that's pretty cool and a good idea too. And if you still feel like you don't have enough stuff, I definitely would recommend just regifting the gifts that you got from your big the previous year. I had so much stuff for my big my year when I was a freshman, so I just like used a lot of the stuff that I didn't use anymore and just gave that to them. That's kind of like the main thing that everyone does, is just pass on a lot of their stuff. It's just like mostly hand-me-down stuff. So definitely go ahead and regift. It's not a big deal. A lot of people do it, and yeah, it'll definitely come in handy so for your littles. And that's why I mentioned like maybe like start looking at other like more newer stuff, because it's like nice to get like a balance of like hand-me-down stuff but also like a couple of like newer pieces and different items. So that's why I would recommend checking out Greek Gear for any other sorority and big little apparel. They have so many different things and a lot of great gifts for your littles. And if you guys also want to get more inspiration and see what I got my littles, I also linked down my sorority big little video so you guys can see what I actually got them. And that's like all my main tips for sorority big little week. I know this week is like so overwhelming because it's like, how am I supposed to spend all this money on someone that I just met? But it's, if you start preparing now, it's gonna be easy once that week comes, because I know I prepared early so I wasn't that stressed out the week of. That's why I wanted to make this video, so you guys are better prepared and can know what to get your littles now before the time comes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys!